Brothers and sisters, this is ODJ, Otis Drip Jones, Must Do It Man himself. Just wanted to speak this evening about what's transpiring in our country across many cities that we see the protest and the behavior that's going on. And as much as I understand why this behavior is on display right now, the frustration, the anger, and the injustices that we as a people have experienced, I cannot condone the criminal behavior that's on display. Protest is legal, and protest is a way to express ourselves and express our anger. But when we are vandalizing buildings and setting cars on fire and even attacking the police officers, I can't condone that. I cannot get down with that because protesting and criminality is two different things. And we cannot get change with violence. Violence, especially us as black people, is only going to play into the stereotype that they're just thugs and animals. We hear what Dumb 45 already said. He called all of the protesters down there thugs. And he's not talking to the protesters that don't have the same skin as me. He's talking about the people that have the same skin as me. But in Charlottesville, when those people had their tiki torches talking about Jews will not replace us, oh, they're good people on both sides. So we understand the idiocy and evil that is in the White House. We have to focus on the task at hand. And we cannot get justice with criminal behavior. I'm sorry. We just can't. But I understand it. I'm mad too. Trust me, I am mad too. I'm mad as hell. But with all of the violence and looting that's going on, the world isn't thinking about George Floyd. They're thinking about all the criminal activity. And I must make this clear, because everybody that's down there isn't looting. Everybody that's protesting isn't burning down buildings and turning over cars. There are some people who are legitimately out there voicing their opinion, saying that our lives matter and we're tired of seeing our people killed with no justice. So everybody that's down there protesting is not engaging in criminal behavior. I want to make that clear. Everybody that's down there is not engaging in criminal behavior. But for those who are engaging in criminal behavior, we cannot make change. We cannot get change that way. The only way we can get change is we must hit them where it hurts, and it hurts in their pocket. As I said in my very first video, the black dollar is so powerful. For those of you who may have forgotten the Montgomery bus boycott, when we did not support the bus company, we crippled them. I recall seeing video of bus drivers rolling down the street, begging those black people who were walking where they need to walk to come on and get on that bus. And when it hurt their pockets so bad, we got the change that we deserved. And that's the only thing that's going to invoke change, people, is we have to hit them in their pockets. We have to hit them in their pockets, and we have to vote. We have to vote. We have this idiot in the White House because the black vote was not as strong as it was in 2012. And people, oh, well, I don't want to vote for Hillary. Well, I'm just not going to vote for anybody. Well, not voting for anybody was a vote for him. So we have to take this same energy that we have to the poll. We have to. It is a must. We have to vote. There's been a call for a blackout, July 7, 2020, where we don't spend any money. No money, no gas, no cigarettes, no outside food, no nothing. Keep your money to yourself, July 7th. We have to organize, people. And this is great organization where we put out a message and everybody get on board. And then we motivate and we act on that. We have to hit them in the pockets. That's been my plea. We have to hit them in the pocket. Yes, I'm still mad and upset. Yes, I'm mad. Yes, I'm hurt because I witnessed murder on the street. And I'm even more upset because now they want to change the narrative and say that he had underlying conditions. He had an artery problem or he had high blood pressure. Okay, so before this officer put his knee in his neck, he had those underlying conditions and he was still alive. It wasn't until the force of the knee in his neck that caused his underlying conditions, if there is a reason for him to die, that provoked it. But bottom line is, he was murdered on the street, but we cannot get the justice that we need, the justice that we are deserved through criminal behavior. My brothers and sisters, don't do it. Don't do it. It doesn't serve us right. It doesn't serve us right. And people take Malcolm X by any means necessary out of context. By any means necessary doesn't mean you burn stuff down. Any means necessary doesn't mean you tear up the buildings. You know, if you think about it, those buildings and those businesses that are burned to the ground, look at the negative effect that it has. People aren't getting paid a lot anyway. But you think they're going to be paid anything now that their place of work is burned down? No. And we have to think about more than just us. There are mothers and fathers who have to provide for their families. They can't provide for their families if their places that they go to work are burned down. Then people have the argument, oh, well, we didn't own those businesses anyway. No, we may not own those businesses, but those businesses service us. If we cannot get the food and the clothing items and the necessities that we need, then what? Give an example, the AutoZone that's torn down. AutoZones are not in affluent areas. AutoZones are in places where people have to use AutoZone where they can't really afford to take their car to the shop or take their car to the dealership. So the person that needs to use this AutoZone to fix their car to get to work the next day, they can't go to AutoZone and get their car fixed. Now they're going to potentially lose their job because the places they need to go to get their car fixed isn't there anymore. We have to think bigger than what we're thinking. And I'm not against protests. I'm not against protests. You should protest and you should speak out. And you should speak truth to power. But speaking truth to power is not tearing up stuff. And I'm sorry, I just cannot condone it. I just cannot condone it. We have to call for, our church leaders to speak out. And our church leaders, it's okay for us church leaders to get on the front line and protest, not in criminal behavior, but get out and protest and voice our opinion. Yes, we can do that. And I believe that's what people need to see. They need to see the church getting on and speaking out of the injustices that we as the black people encounter. And we need to hold our white evangelical counterparts accountable as well. I haven't heard Paula White say anything. She hasn't said nothing. But if you're a Christian and you see this hurt and pain, whether you black, white, it doesn't matter. You should be speaking out and calling wrong, wrong. Period. Point blank, period. But we have to govern ourselves accordingly. My brothers and sisters, we have to govern ourselves accordingly. We cannot get change with criminal behavior. I love you. Be safe. Stay vigilant. Stay strong. Continue to speak truth to power as I will as well. This is ODJ, Otis Drip Jones, Mr. Do It Man himself. Thank you very much.